Are. Oh my gosh. Okay, go ahead, Lauren.
Ready? Okay, let's call to order the planning board meeting for January 3rd, 2024. The first item on our agenda is to approve the minutes from the November 15th planning board meeting. So I do need to ask if everyone had a chance to review those meeting minutes. And were there any questions, comments, concerns, edits, anything that was, no? Would someone like to make a motion that we approve the minutes? Nicole? Second?
Second.
Charlie? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? No. Okay. The next item on our agenda is Schiefen. Is that how you say it? Schiefen. I want to make sure I say it right. Schiefen Special Use Permit Amendment Public Hearing. Timothy Schiefen of Mendon Village Commons LLC for a special use permit to operate a restaurant on the property located at 1350 Pittsburgh Mendon Road, Mendon, New York, consisting of 2.48 acres, tax account number, blah, 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 zone business. At this time, I'd like to open up the public hearing, which is at 7:06. And do we have anyone from the public that would like to comment? And it looks like we do not. So at 7:07, I will close the public hearing.
Motion.
Thank you, Teresa. Second, Nicole. Okay.
All.
Oh, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. No, no, you're yay. It's all good. It's all good. It's January 3rd. We all have a, yeah. Okay, Mr. Schiefen, would you like to
Schiefen.
come
Sure.
forward? Schiefen. Wait, you say Schiefen or Schiefen?
It's Schiefen.
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 Yeah.
Take the S off the front and E in off the back. It's
Well-
called Chief.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just refer to you as Chief then?
Here, go be Tim.
Nice
Nice to meet you. I am Tim Schiefen. This is Richard Baker.
Mr. Baker.
Richard expressed an interest in reopening the restaurant, which was formerly Krabby Dance. A little bit about me. My family's owned the property since 1968. I'm a graduate of HFL. I've lived in and around this community for 55 years.
Property is in all of those buildings?
Correct. Yep. That was once my father's landscape, lawn maintenance and nursery and a garden center. And over the years, it changed this way and that way. And then we finally decided to get out of that business and we became the first multi-business commercial property in the town of Mendon.
Very nice.
So we've been in operation as a legally approved shopping center since I believe 1978.
Oh, there we go.
Is it just the one building that Krabby Dance is in, or? is
Oh, that's what we're here for tonight.
it- Okay.
But I own my sister and I are partners. We own all the buildings there, Pizza D's, the liquor store, Collection Connection. Ice cream is my wife's business.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, if you're familiar with the property, we're always trying to improve and make things a little more attractive. Family-owned business. We've owned it. Either my parents or my sister and I have owned it since 1968. And, hopefully we look good and we attract tenants and people happy. And Richard, we've been trying to rent Krabby Dance for almost a year. Richard came and
do you remember how long ago it closed?
he closed around the last month's rent he paid was
Of this past year?
2022.
Okay, so it's been closed officially a little over,
Just
maybe
over
like
a
15
year.
months. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why the formality.
Yeah.
is necessary.
Does anybody have any questions? I have a couple, but
Go ahead, there might be the same.
they might be the same.
Mhm.
And they're really not. I mean, so you're not making any material changes to the building at all?
Oh,
Okay. Can you just talk to us a little bit about the parking lot, your parking spaces? I think you said that you have like over 60 parking spots.
Yep. I believe we have approximately 71 official parking spots. There's additional room for more parking, but it's not paved, it's lined.
Right, but lined parking is,
Yeah, we have more than adequate parking per structure.
okay.
Yeah.
I can ask about that, how many people at a time, I mean, what's the max capacity in that building?
I think the max capacity for the building is like 48. But
Okay.
that's, based on an empty building. Obviously, there's gonna be some area that's kitchen.
Right,
I think you had a seating number in mind.
yeah, maybe that was what would have been a better
so-
question.
36 inside with provision for 6 outside, so 42 total.
Which brings me to my next question statement. You will have a little bit of seating outside, but it is screened.
Yep.
And protected from the parking lot.
Yes.
It's to the rear of the building,
Okay,
and the area is shared by the ice cream stand.
got
So
it.
we've got, I don't know, 4 or 5 patio sets out there with seating for probably 15 or 20 people total. And last year we put hardscape in, so the seating area adjacent to the ice cream shop is all pavers.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so it's considerably more attractive than it has been. So the
A
real-
little like play area kind of.
Correct. Yep. And that surrounds the rear of Patty Dan, so there's a door to the rear. And on the Route 64 side, there's mature arborvitaes. On the south side of my lot line, there's also a row of arborvitaes and some mixed everything up there. So we're screened more than amply from the adjacent property, and in all honesty, that's to our advantage. It's a nice little quiet area. There's no traffic back there.
okay.
So the back of Krabby Dan's is kind of in collision. Are there trees there?
He about quarters me to the south, correct, and yes, there are trees. When his public hearing was convened, they asked him to put screening in, but I already had screening.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, what he did was beneficial, but it really didn't do an awful lot. We already made it.
And what is, I'm sorry, I was gonna say, what's your vision for the restaurant? When you're thinking of opening this restaurant, what's your vision?
So, so I've worked in the Mendon area. I worked for Mendon 64 when they opened. Worked for Hillary for a number of years. And then I was in Rochester. So initially I was looking for a dinner place, and then when we come across Krabby Dan's being empty and vacant, we changed gears. My wife and I were behind me. So we changed gears, and we're going with the breakfast lunch model, and then basically building on the legacy that Heather had with the breakfast lunch model, and then initially the fish fry Friday, and then perhaps a dinner on a Saturday, but we're not quite sold on that yet. Hours of operation will be Wednesday through Sunday.
So you'll be open Sunday mornings for breakfast also?
Yes.
Which was pretty much open on Sundays for breakfast? Can't remember.
She was for years, but I think in the past number of years, maybe past
Yeah,
4 or 5, I think she gave it up.
She had given it up, so, so we know the parking is sufficient. You did address the refuse, the sanitary,
Yeah, we have dumpsters at the
Yep.
rear of the plaza, and that
and they're screened in and not visible for the most part.
you can see them from 64, but they're way at the rear end of our property, so they're not in plain view per se,
Right,
and they're on a cement pad, so they're on a suitable surface.
and they're in the same spot that,
They've been.
that they've been in when Krabby Dan's was, and there wasn't an issue with
No, we generally don't.
odor or.
No, and the nice thing is, I don't mean any disrespect to Coakley, but the containers we have now are so much nicer. They're new. They have lids that close and doors that close. Coakley kind of milked what they had for a long time, and let's be honest, the critters get in them. We call them trash pandas.
Yeah,
And I'm the trash Nazi because I won't tolerate
yeah,
tenants not putting the trash in the proper receptacles or closing the doors,
right,
because that attracts the trash.
right.
We've had our share of excitement.
And let's see, what kind of signs and lighting are you anticipating?
Everything is On the exterior of the building, everything staying the same, with the exception on a 4 foot by 2 foot. Yeah, 4 foot long with 2 foot deep, wooden sign that we're gonna hang where they crowd down the signs.
What's the name of it going to be?
It's gonna be called Cafe Heron.
I think, yeah.
This is that's
Oh, look at
gonna
that.
be this way on the building,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the roof of what it's gonna be.
With your logo.
Yep.
Very nice.
So it's gonna be a wooden sign, and it's wood burned, and it's not gonna be any bigger than the Crowley Down sign was.
Okay.
And the face of this building that he's placing it upon faces the parking lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't face the road.
Right.
And then we also have a marquee sign up front with individual strips for each
Mhm.
business. So they'll have something up there.
Up there too.
And it'll be the same size as what's currently there.
Just what was your question?
I just was wondering, do you have any interior alterations planned or?
We made one alteration inside. I don't know if you're familiar with the building. There was a bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay, the bathroom was off the kitchen and we moved the bathroom to the other end of the building. Just to make it, ADA compliant
Well, it's more so for the Board of Health.
and the board.
When the Board of Health inspector came in the past couple of years, for the longest time, we had a Mendon resident as a Board of Health inspector, and she was very understanding and very easy to work with. She retired. So the new guy came in and he's by the book. He didn't like the fact that the bathroom that was in Krabby Dan's, the doorway opened into the kitchen.
Yeah.
So he was a little fussy about that. So when Richard came in, I told Richard, I said, you want to make them happy? Let's move the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the plumbing was already in place.
Just.
Yeah. My father built, what buildings on the property my father didn't build, I did. And my father was a king of overkill. So there was already a drain in place, there was already plumbing stubbed to the floor,
Oh,
so
so it was.
it was
an easy
pretty much
move.
set to accommodate what we wanted to do. And anytime we change tenant, I try to make sure everything's up to par. You can check with the board or board use. If they have any issues, just tell me what you want to do and we'll fix it. Because like I said, we like to have nice looking buildings. We like, when you enter the building, it's a reflection on me. It's gonna be a reflection on Richard,
Right.
but it's also a reflection on us. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a crappy.
There's just one thing, this, if you do show this to Corey, he might have a comment on this. The capacity is not how many people you want to have in there, it's how many is allowed by code. They'll probably have to have a posted sign up there. The size of the building's not changing, so it should not be any different than what it was. But, that, you know, you'll have to have something printed up, so it's not what you want it to be, it's what the code says it is.
Well, and he's also limited by the Board of Health,
Correct. Yep.
depending on the
Yep.
number of bathrooms they have.
Yeah.
That regulates how much seating.
This number was given to me by Monroe County
Okay,
when I was up there.
that's good. Most people think it's how many they want to have in.
Oh,
So that's always a sticking point with people. They'll say, well, there's like 50, 60 people in it. Well, it's how many.
So
I
you're,
don't
you
know.
have this in front of me. What is the bathroom that used to be the bathroom? What is it now? Where are we?
If we explain the rectangle, the bathroom used to be in the corner, closest to Route 64 and adjacent to the parking lot,
Okay,
and we've moved it to the opposite end of the building. So now it is on the side towards the ice cream shop,
okay.
correct, and it's
So this
it's
is part of the
considerably
kitchen
large.
now?
Yeah, I believe Richard's gonna take that over. As,
We're gonna keep the mop sink in there. And use it as dry storage.
And the existing toilet in the old bathroom will be removed.
Yep.
The hot water heater that's in there is being relocated in the new bathroom. So we're gonna try to facilitate all that stuff. Well, we're not gonna try to, we've done it. We've moved all that stuff out of there. And Corey came over and went over the plans with us after I sent him a floor plan. Because he actually gave me some ideas on how to streamline plumbing, because we were kind of scratching our head on having pipes showing along the walls, which was kind of unsightly. And he made some suggestions, which made it a little more simple, which was really, really nice.
That's a big improvement. You just need to know it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm with you, yeah.
And you're working with the health department.
Yes, I have the, application in,
Okay.
but it's pending your approval.
Oh, okay then.
This is step one.
Yeah, step one, and, let's see. I don't really have any other questions. Corey did send us a comment letter. And he really didn't seem to have any, too many problems with it. That it's zoned for, in the business district. It's under restaurants and the code of the town of Mendon. Just need the special use permit. Only one special use can be per parcel, but that's not gonna be an issue. So don't expand your business as a restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but then I thought that, I'm not gonna say that. You know, he really just didn't have anything.
How much dignity do you feel you lost by putting the bathroom over there?
Oh, we didn't lose anything. That was a
The
story.
walls were already in place.
Seems like, okay, so on the other side of that wall, where there was a table right in the corner.
Correct. Yep, and that's still there, still there. What was the storeroom is now the bathroom,
Okay,
and we kept the perimeter walls the way they were. And in that storeroom was the furnace, so we enclosed the furnace with adequate, a room for the combustible aspect. And then we made a little utility closet to conceal the hot water heater. And it actually worked out very well. The dimensions for the storeroom were slightly bigger than the direct dimensions for the old bathroom, which met ADA compliance. And it got that doorway out of the kitchen, which was really the stickler for the Board of Health. And like you said, you walk in the door now. In essence, nothing's really changed. It looks the same. But you're gonna have a room in your bathroom and you're not gonna be worried about foot traffic walking into the kitchen. So it was win-win. And,
Right.
It was easy for me because it helped sell it, because it takes the Board of Health concern off of his back, he's not gonna worry about that. Oh gee, we don't like this.
How great that you already have the plumbing in place too.
Thanks, Dad.
And you're gonna have accessible parking, at least one
Oh, yeah.
accessible parking
Yeah, no
space.
question.
You have to do that, and you have one space for every 2 customers or one space for every 25 square feet, so.
We've only filled the parking lot once.
And what were you doing when you did that?
Heather got the article in the Democrat Chronicle for the best fish
The
fry.
best food
Oh,
fry. I wondered if that
yeah.
was it. I remember when that was in there.
The liquor
You couldn't
store.
get anywhere near that.
The
place.
liquor store guy called me and he says, Tim, you can't park in the parking lot. And I thought he was pulling my leg. And then he said, I got people sitting in front of my liquor store eating a fish fry. And
Hopefully they're gonna
I
get
la-
the
I
wine.
laughed out loud and I felt bad. I didn't want to laugh at the guy, but I said, "Well, Jim, what can I do?
Yeah.
I said, you kind of got to be happy for Heather. She's doing great. And I purposely went over there the next day to tell her that, because I thought it was comical, and the guy at the liquor store, he's a wonderful guy. He's a little stuffy, but he wasn't complaining. He was just frustrated because he's worried about people, I want to sell liquor. So I told her and she said, I sold 400 fish.
Holy cow.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should do a press release.
Yeah, yeah.
She bought fish fries from every restaurant in town and cleaned them out. And then Joe Lombardi at the turkey farm gave her the key to the cooler for that.
Oh,
He was up there
wow.
cleaning them up.
I was,
Yeah,
not
400.
I was working at Minute 64 and we cleaned out all our fish. And then I was sent to the cottage to get their fish.
Oh, and they over there.
Yeah.
All that.
Blow
Wow,
your mind.
that is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
How very cool
I
is
couldn't
that?
believe it.
We did just hear back from the, county. They had some minor concerns.
Yeah, that's it covered.
Did you get that, the backflow and whatever, so, Corey will be around just to make sure that that is all complied with.
Yeah, what we've got, and you can keep this for your file. Our plaza has a backflow device because we have hydrants.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime you have outside hydrants, you have to have a backflow device, and for the layman, this is what a backflow device is. It's a valve that goes in your water main, and if there's ever a surge in water pressure, it can siphon material back into the water line.
it
So this
doesn't-
backflow
So your water
mitigates
doesn't
that.
become contaminated.
Correct. Yep, and then we have it tested every year. I have it tested by local guy Jerry Dorcas. He lives right in Niagara Falls on Ontario Street. He's affectionately known as Bevo. And then Richard's gonna require a backflow valve, which looks like this. And that screws on your mop sink. And the fear is if you got crap in your mop sink and you have a backflow, it's gonna siphon it through the faucet. So this is a requirement from the Board of Health, so he's stuck with that. And then this is a requirement from the Monroe County Water Authority. I'm stuck with that. And we've had a backflow device on the property since probably 1974.
Forever.
Because we have outside hydrants. It was the nursery for years and we had hydrants for the nursery. And that was a stickler for them. So, yeah, that's been preempted. And a little humor for you at the bottom of the county report, they referred it to an engineer at the state, Mr. Zach Starkey.
Yes.
He was a Boy Scout in my Boy Scout.
Oh, wow.
Glad
That is kind of ironic.
and he's a top-notch young man.
Oh, that's funny.
I saw his name there and I called him.
Did you?
I called him, gave him a hard time.
There you go. There you go. What are old friends for, right?
Nice young man. No great shit.
That's great. So anybody else have any questions or concerns regarding this special use permit? No? Well, in that case, I think, I'll ask if someone would like to make a motion that we approve this, special use permit based on the determination that was drawn up by our county attorney here, our planning board attorney. And two of the conditions of the approval would be, as an ongoing condition, the property or building housing the restaurant shall be in accord with the most recent version of the approved site plan on file for the property. And that and that you comply with the county comments to the satisfaction of the code enforcement officer. Right.
No problem.
You might want to add a third one since you just that compliance with the code enforcement officer's comments to his satisfaction. That's
Oh.
number 3.
Number 3, okay.
Compliance with the CEO's comments makes sense. Since you wrote them. And then the only other thing I would say is, do you want to have it say that this is being issued specifically to Mendon Village Commons LLC? Is that?
That's what I decided.
Is that
Yes,
what we want
Yeah,
to be
he's-
issued to a specific entity?
yes,
So we'll modify to do that. also.
right, and you know
That's why I
that the
took
town,
the
right, and you know that the town codes does say that you can't transfer the special use permit. If for some reason you were to sell the property, the new owner would need to come back and apply for a new special use permit, and they would be subject to all of this also, so. Okay. Then I think we're good. Would somebody like to make a motion that we, approve this special use permit?
I think Charlie would have
There you
it
go.
handy in his.
Anybody for a second?
A second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nope.
Sorry, I missed who was first. I was fascinated by Charlie right there. Who was first? Teresa, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Tim. Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations.
That's it.
restaurant.
Congratulations. Oh, you went
Yes,
to open
thank you
it.
very much.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
We're pending the Board of Health, permit. My tentative date is, soft opening on January 14th, which is Sunday morning.
Oh, wow.
Open the doors for regular business on that Wednesday, which is the 17th, and then a grand opening on the 19th.
Very nice.
Congratulations. That's great.
I know I'll be there.
Yep.
so.
Tim's gonna do our deliveries for us.
So if you, if you wanted to bring some cheeseburgers to buy so that we could. Sure.
Absolutely, I'll be glad to.
You'll get a secondary
What
endorsement.
what are the hours?
Oh, yeah.
So my tentative hours were, 7 to 2. Wednesday, 7 to 2 Thursday, 7 to 2 Friday, and then 4 to 8. Saturday, 7 to 2. And Sunday, 7 to 1. Talking to people in the town. They won't be open at 6.
Ah, yes,
So
Yeah.
6 to 2,
yes.
and then On a Sunday, it's gonna be 7 to 1. Not gonna close the kitchen till
Think about
2,
those fast.
but we're gonna stop. Sort of having traffic at 1 o'clock.
Right.
instead of 2.
So that you guys can get out of there before midnight.
Have a website, are you going to have?
I will.
Yeah, I'll leave my documents here for recycling, is that okay?
Okay.
Or is there somewhere else to put them?
No, it's
I
fine.
have a provision for.
It's fine, I'll take them.
Either way.
You don't want
That's
hard
not-
copies, do you?
Well, you don't need
Would
to
you
offer
want
anyway,
copies?
yeah,
Well, I
right?
can
Maps
have
is
all
useful.
the chips you
The
want.
bigger maps.
All the sawdust chips.
Everything else electronic.
Um,
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to waste
Yeah.
your
So,
efforts.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
all right.
I'll just leave whatever you need right here.
Okay.
He's closing in, build up.
Right, anyway.
And, the equipment is all, and then they're doing anything else in the past week and a half. So, yeah. Done quick.
They go to skip, don't forget.
Yes, I will.
Well, thank you all for
Congratulations,
consideration.
gentlemen.
Someone.
Thanks. Thank you.
So
Congratulations.
we're sending you the permit.
It'll be on file. You don't have to post it.
I will have your approval letter and Don already emailed me the determination. I will email it to you and then he'll get it, and then I'll mail a hard copy as well to Tim, since it's technically in his name.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but you'll have that for the health department.
No, the only thing you may need to do is show it to the board of health.
Yep, so I'll have that to you tomorrow. It'll be the first thing I do when I
And
come
I'm
in.
sure they'll ask, because they're too good. Yeah, this entity notified.
Yeah, there's need any information.
Mm-mm.
Okay. They want to eat.
Yes.
Yep.
Then you know what I want and I need that.
Have a list.
Yeah, oh, she's already giving you her.
Yeah.
She was giving suggestions.
Yes.
Well,
You know that's what it is. It's fine. I'll,
They know you well, don't they?
yeah, they know I love my fried cheese. Yeah.
Well, thanks very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Good night.
With your menu, Brian?
I will.
Thank you very much.
There's my 8x10 glass.
Thank you.
Yeah, eventually. My, right. Thanks, and then, when there's like something.
All right, thank you. Thank you for my lucky corner. Bye. I will see you soon. I'll get to see you at the restaurant. Bye, sweetheart. Go to bed, okay? Be good for your parents. Go to sleep. Okay.
Okay, the
Bye.
next item
Okay.
on our
Yeah.
agenda is public comment.
I don't- Well, they're just having their own little. Excuse me, gentlemen, we have a meeting going on. Bye.
Take care, guys. As I was saying, the next item is public comment, which there doesn't appear to be any public unless you would like to speak, would you like to speak?
You.
Mr. Cole?
general discussion.
We're
That's,
getting it next.
I'm not rushing.
Apparently you're not. Okay, the next item, since we do not have any public, is our general discussion. And obviously you would like to speak to us about in our general discussion.
I feel like that's more public comment though.
No, I think he's more general
Your
discussion.
general,
I don't know, sometimes I don't know if you want it on the agenda.
Yeah.
Board reports or anything
That's-
like that.
I'll just say you gave whatever it is you're
Yeah,
saying.
I don't know, in 2023, I think you guys had mentioned a couple of things about some code that you were looking at, let me try to remember, there was specifically about a representative of the planning board visiting the sites, pre-application meetings and stuff like that. Maybe if you guys can come up with a list, we're gonna look at some code revisions, 2024. So any advice or any suggestions that you guys have, get to Katrina, maybe talk during your general discussion, and then send them along to Corey and myself. And then we can look at it. I think, I know there's a couple others that we had talked about 2023, and I just never got to, the waiver language, cleaning up that waiver language and a couple of other things as well. So if you come across any, let us know, and no rush, anytime during the year. Send them along. I think we've talked, it's a living document. We have multiple ones, we have multiple. The other thing that we're looking at is possibly, food trucks. Defining, we don't want to make it arduous permitting, but if somebody's gonna park a food truck every single week, is there a permit involved? And we're kind of thinking operating permit to keep it away from a special use permit to make it simpler, but just some of the updates that we're looking at.
Okay,
Has that been occurring?
There is at least one that I know of, some pop up, and it's, you know, Charlie, it's not really. In my viewpoint, it's health, safety, parking. You know, we just wanna make sure that they have the DOH permit, we wanna make sure they're not in the state right away. And not that a food truck rodeo pops up all of a sudden. But we don't wanna make it so arduous that all of a sudden we encompass, like, say, the Bennett Carnival. And then because that, we wanna leave that alone. We'll get in trouble if we mess with the carnival.
oh, yeah. So,
Don't mess with the carnival.
don't mess with the carnival. So our next, upcoming meeting tentatively is January 17th, but I don't think there's any.
No, so we're gonna cancel that because cutoff has happened. I just didn't know, I was keeping it in case this rolled over to give you that. buffer.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So we'll cancel the 17th.
The meeting after that is the 7th.
Correct.
That will be the Cowley subdivision and site plan public hearing.
Yes.
Mr. Cowley has submitted an amendment to his application, and he has gone from a 4-lot subdivision down to a 2-lot subdivision. He's gone from obviously building 3 houses to building 2 houses. As far as I know, we have notified the HPC.
They have it right now.
Okay,
ECB, unfortunately, I've emailed it. They could not meet this month. We had to wait for last night's meeting. So they'll meet in February, which unfortunately is the 6th. So I've spoken with Peter. I've not gotten back understanding if there's anything amending to what they've reviewed prior, their other report, that we would just need that. You're not gonna have time to review. It's gonna come to you at the meeting if I have it at all.
well, and we
And
only
it-
need a few days to review all. that
Right,
stuff
so I mean,
anyway.
realistically, something like this isn't gonna be a one and done meeting anyway, and they know that, so.
Okay, have you spoken to the applicant about, some of the things that we had, asked for prior? at
Yes.
The last meeting?
So from the minutes you sent me, I forwarded on to he has an engineer. So before he didn't have site plans, now he's added 2 site plans. He has, John Schraba is his, engineer. And he is aware of the minutes and what I said, these still need to be addressed. There was some outstanding, public hearing has still been kept open all this
Mhm.
time. So I said they need to be addressed and I need to have them to the board, by noon the week before. You need a week to review. And he understood. I have not heard it. I mean, it's
Okay, that's fine. I mean, they have time, as long as they've been made aware that we
Correct,
don't
yes.
have to do anything.
neighbor letters went out. I
Oh, you
believe
did send the neighbor letters.
they went out yesterday. I will write the legal notice tomorrow and that'll go in probably next week. Because the cutoff is usually third. Don is pretty good about saving room, but it has to be 5 days before.
Okay.
So that'll be re-advertised
Send that to us, the legal notice?
on accident.
Oh, by accident.
I attached the wrong doc thing,
Got
sorry.
it. Okay, that's why I thought it's already
Yeah.
done. Okay.
I gotta start taking my omegas,
Your what?
my omegas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to.
So does anybody have any other comments or questions or things that they'd like to discuss here about our upcoming meetings? Or actually general, discussion too, because I'm gonna ask about that.
I'm gonna send you your meeting schedule. That'll be on my list for tomorrow if something else to send you. So you'll know, these are the dates you have your meetings.
First and third.
Right, it's always first and third. There's a couple in there that are holidays, things like that. So they're not always gonna meet. And then if you can take a look, obviously, it's only January, but if you know of any vacations or what, you just let me know. So that I can make sure we have quorum.
Oh.
And I know there's something with you, you're gonna be gone.
The first week in March, I'm not gonna be here.
Yep, we'll work it out. I mean, that's why we have a vice chair who is okay.
Yes.
He is okay with-
Yes, he is okay.
Where is he? What's he having?
No, we're on.
He's on Tuesday.
Oh, because we had, listen, I get it. I get that a lot.
I totally understand. As long as he's okay, that's good.
Okay, that makes sense.
February 21st.
Okay. Feb 2-1, no, Nick. Lauren, and you said all of March?
No,
April?
just the first
March,
Wednesday of March, whatever that is.
Wednesday, 1/6, okay, that's fine, that's
I'll be cruising in the.
fine. I'll
Make
be,
her zoom in.
yeah.
Yeah,
mhm.
well, I don't really want to go in the first place, so I probably would be really happy to just say, oh, sorry, can't do this.
Cause I have a plan, oh geez, no, you go to Mexico, you go get warm. We'll
Yeah,
be-
well, yeah, after these last couple weeks.
Mhm.
Okay, so with anybody then, if nobody else has anything to add, would we like to make a note, some of the.
Oh, yes.
During this meeting. Charlie, anyone for a second? There you go, Nicole, all in favor? Any opposed? Nope,
So,
we are done.
okay, please hold.
See you guys on 7.
Oh, I never checked to see if anybody would, no, there's no.